In 1945, only 4 were African: Egypt, Ethiopia, Liberia, and South Africa. It is important to point out that the United Nations came into being in 1920 at the end of the First World War. Out of the 42 founded, Liberia, the Union of South Africa, and Ethiopia. Egypt in 1937. That's because before all the other talks and meetings, representatives from a group of 14 nations got discussions that began in 1884 and which led to the partitioning and formal colonization. It's been written that past is prologue. Well, in the past, the majority of the 54 nations that now comprise Africa were never offered a seat at the table where plans for a new world order were being drawn. But, Madam President, as fate would have it, the tables are turning, and Africa's role in the authorship of whatever is yet to come for this world is going to be huge, and it will be consequential. According to the world's population is expected to come from the African continent. Additionally, by 2050, 1/3 of all young people aged between 15 to 24 will be residing on the African. Allow me to say, already today, if this reality, which is an imperialism and the resulting implicit bias, maybe you are unaware of the resilience of African nations or their remarkable ability to make a strong comeback just when you think it's safe to count them out. That is what is happening right now in my own country, Ghana. Our constitution limits leaders to 2 4-year terms. In January, I was sworn in for a second term, which, let me point out, was non-consecutive with my first term. Our currency, the Ghana cedi, was rapidly depreciating, faced with rising inflation, a huge debt burden, and low morale amongst our citizens. Our reset agenda. In just 8 months, we have achieved significant reduction in inflation from 23.8 August 2025. Restoring price stability for our citizens. Additionally, our currency, the Ghana cedi, has appreciated considerably against other currencies, with Bloomberg reporting it as the best performing investor confidence in us, with Bloomberg reporting it as the best performing investor confidence in our economy. And our 24-hour economy initiative promises to transform our economy. And there's a renewed willingness amongst our people to trust that their elected officials have Ghana's interests at heart. Embark on a number of UN member nations. The number of UN members has nearly quadrupled. And quite frankly, it is not the same world. In that span of time, 8 years, the world has changed with such ferocity. Now, no, that was only after 8 years. Imagine then what it will be like. It will be like after 80 years since the founding of the United Nations. Too convenient track 80 years on. In today's world, hundreds of thousands of commercial flights take off and land every day. Libraries have been digitized so that volumes of literature can exist on a small device, small enough to fit inside your pocket. We live in a world of cryptocurrency, artificial intelligence, social media, the internet real. And we're fighting a losing battle against the loss of Maldives and other island nations to the rising sea level. The UN founding charter is outdated when it comes to almost totalitarian guardianship over the rest of the world. And yet, the first sentence in Chapter 2 members over the rest of the world. And yet, the first sentence in Chapter 2 members. If this were true and was the case,